Not very well rested, but ready to go nonetheless. It is Game 4 of the World Series on a hot day in Los Angeles. The Dodgers and Blue Jays played an instant classic last night. 2 games in 1, 18 innings of baseball. And now Shohei Ohtani will make his first career World Series start on the mound coming up in 30 minutes. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Access Sportsnet Dodgers, brought to you by your Toyota dealers, John Hartung, Jerry Hairston Jr., Oral Hershiser, who's going to be leaving us in just a matter of a few minutes because you're throwing out the first pitch before Game 1 of the World Series. Did you stretch this morning? Did you warm up? Did you throw? Are you ready for this?
John, I won 18 innings last night, so I think I'm ready. I'm ready to do it.
Well, I talked to Brandon Gomes, GM of the Dodgers. This is actually a tryout. We used so many guys last night, so if you throw a strike, you might be signed on the spot by the Dodgers.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, it's funny because I caught some clips last night and this morning, and Derek Jeter in one of them said he didn't even think Shohei Ohtani would pitch tonight, Oral, after that game last night because of all the times he was on base. There are a few other Major League players who questioned how much he could have in the tank to pitch here in Game 4. He's not a tablet. You can't just plug him in and recharge him. So how do you think he handles everything he went through last night and pitches today and DHs as well?
I hope he got his 10 hours of sleep. I would even hope maybe they gave him an IV so we could prevent some of that cramping that we saw on the bases. I would hope that last night energized him. It didn't fatigue him. And I would think after watching Dave Roberts' speech in the postgame and watching Shohei's Little League reaction to, we have a game today, fellas, all hands on deck again, and Shohei in the background mimicking his delivery and smiling and being excited about pitching, I don't think there's going to be a problem. If there is a problem, he won't tell us. He doesn't have excuses. He only talks about execution.
I can't imagine. If you would have told me at 12 years old in 1988, after watching Oral Hershiser dominate the Oakland A's, that in 2025 there's going to be a player that goes 4 for 4, is on base 9 times, hits 2 bombs, and the very next night in the World Series he's going to be starting that game, I wouldn't have believed it. Would you believe it?
No, and last night Dave Roberts said it's probably going to be a position player. I didn't know if Shohei was going to pitch last night.
That's unbelievable. And again, this guy, what we're seeing, we've never seen before. Yeah. This is bigger than Babe Ruth because Babe Ruth didn't do this as well. So special night, Shohei Ohtani, do your thing.
All right, so Oral, we're going to say goodbye to you in just a few minutes. We just want to wish you luck, though. Throw a strike and let's get us another win, all right?
Jerry's giving me advice to throw the combio.
Throw that combio.
Anything that comes out of my arm is a combio now.
Exactly. Well, after last night's game, Shohei Ohtani said he just couldn't wait to go home so he could go to sleep because he sleeps 10 hours a night. He wanted to be ready for this first career start in a World Series game on the mound. Right now, let's send it inside the stadium. Kirsten Watson joins us live with more on tonight's Game 4 starting pitcher Shohei Ohtani. Hi there, Kirsten.
Hi, John. Well, as much as he wanted to quickly go home last night, being inside at the clubhouse, I can tell you, he went through his entire post-game recovery routine preparing for his start today. He's one of the last guys actually to leave the clubhouse last night at about 1 a.m. So for him, he understands just how important this start is today, but also understanding that dealing with cramps late in the game, wanting to put himself in a position in which he can be successful, and that guy that we've become to see on the mound this postseason. Dave Roberts talked about what he expects to see from him today, and how he came in today feeling really good.
Yeah, I think with Shohei, feels good today. I think it's one of those we're just going to read and react. No expectations, just kind of see how he feels, how he looks, and then go from there. And obviously, last night was taxing on both clubs' pens, but it's kind of an all hands on deck situation. You kind of figure out who's available and who feels good enough to pitch tonight. He was not going to come out of the game at that point, but if later on in the game, if there was a run scoring situation, I potentially would have taken him out, but I didn't want to just kind of take him out of the game for fear that, his spot was going to come up again, which it ended up coming up, 3 or 4 times. But yeah, he's in great shape, very well conditioned. I expect him to be ready for today, and this guy is a different kind of athlete and a different brain.
Dave, I'm just curious, as the adrenaline of last night kind of wears off, how quickly are you able to actually go to sleep when you wake up today? Is there an extra cup of coffee? Like, how do you kind of bounce back from something like that?
I think everyone's certainly different. I took a little sleep aid to get off my high and woke up with clarity, freshness, and excited to go tonight.
Well, it is fair to say everyone's a little bit tired today. Guys do feel really good. There were some guys who were able to get off their feet a little earlier in last night's game. Someone like Kike Hernandez, Miguel Rojas shared with us afterwards that he was someone else. Kike, I should say, was someone who also was dealing with a little bit of cramping here and there. Considering the travel, the late nights, all of the sorts, guys putting their bodies on the line. There's a lot kind of going on. So for them, just trying to prioritize that recovery, that has been huge for the group right now. So when it comes to Shohei on this mound today, they feel really good as to where he is at. They're not expecting any limitations for him. For the bullpen, they've been kind of going through their practice, playing catch, seeing how guys are coming out of it. From everyone I've spoken to, they are running on the adrenaline, but they feel good and they're ready. If that phone call rings and they have to come into this game, they feel really good about supporting Shohei Ohtani in this game tonight, guys.
Oh, that adrenaline's a heck of a thing when you get to the month of October. Kirsten, thank you very much. Right now, let's get a look at Dave Roberts' Game 4 lineup going up against the Blue Jays right-hander Shane Bieber. You have Shohei leading it off. He will DH and be the starting pitcher. Then you see Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman. Will Smith caught 18 innings last night. Of course, he's back in the lineup and batting cleanup. Teoscar Hernandez moved to the 5th spot. Then it's Max Muncy, Tommy Edman at second base, Kike in left, and Andy Pages Jerry getting another start in center field, batting 9th.
I'll tell you what, Will Smith is not being talked about enough. Those 18 innings and then come back to start. He's your 4-hole hitter behind, obviously, Freddie Freeman, who had an epic night with that walk-off. But if I were to give some advice to these hitters, go with your 2-strike approach. You're going to be a little tired. Go with your 2-strike approach. Think singles and doubles. And if you run into a home run, so be it.
All right, still more to come. Last night, our great post-game show, it began just before midnight. Here's hoping tonight will be on the air about 4 hours earlier, but still with the same reasons to celebrate as we lead you up to first pitch of Game 4. Plus, Game 3 featured so many heroes grinding, fighting, and succeeding through 6 hours and 39 minutes of baseball. We'll discuss the day after and how guys get their mind and their bodies ready for this Game 4. Shohei Ohtani's 2 seasons in LA have already been historically great. 2 different 50-50 clubs he started. The NLCS clincher with 3 home runs and 10 strikeouts against the Brewers. Last night reached base a Major League record 9 times, Jerry. And tonight another chance to add to his legacy as he pitches in a World Series game for the first time.
Yeah, if he throws a no-hitter tonight, then I'm done. I mean, seriously, what can't this guy do? This guy is the best athlete in the world. There's not a close athlete right now to what Shohei Ohtani is right now. He does everything well on a baseball field. Truly electric. I can't wait to see him pitch and also swing that thing tonight.
Well, speaking of World Series heroes, the Bulldog, Oral Hershiser, out there throwing out the first pitch in his 1988 jersey that he wore
threw the splitter
in Game 2. He did throw the cambio. He bounced it to Kirsch. Switch on over to Fox for Game 4. Come back and join us after the final. Hopefully, we're having a great celebration on the postgame show.
Welcome to the 2025 World Series on Fox, presented by Capital One. And welcome back inside Dodger Stadium, where we saw one of the greatest World Series games of all time last night. The Dodgers, in 18 innings, take a 2-1 series lead, and we're all set for Game 4. We welcome inside with the Hall of Famer John Smoltz. I'm Joe Davis. How in the world did these teams follow up last night? I don't know, but I can't wait to find out. How do you follow up reaching base 9 times in a game? If your name's Shohei Ohtani, you do it by taking the ball as the starting pitcher. For the first time in the World Series, we get to watch Ohtani on the mound.
Yeah, there is no way to top last night. Oh, wait, yes, there is. The greatest show on earth. Shohei Ohtani. Well, it's hard to explain. We'll do our best. What he's doing is unprecedented. So, for the first act, what do you think, right? He's going to pitch that game, and he's going to do okay. Well, okay is an understatement. 6 innings, 3 for 3 with 3 home runs. No way to top that. Yeah, 9 times he reaches base. He goes 4 for 4, and the encore is he's going to pitch tonight. I don't know how he's doing it. I'm going to try my best to explain it, but you're in for a great show.
I hope you can figure out the words for it, because I know this afternoon it's like, It's just hard to explain what this guy's doing. He tries to shut down a Blue Jays offense that has been one of the best offenses in baseball, but now they try to bounce back, and that is as tough of a loss as you're ever going to suffer.
It really is, and they knew they were facing 4 great starting pitchers coming into this, and really their offense, when it gets going, it really gets going. But then it can, like any great offense, be shut down, and great pitching and good pitches will do that. And here's a great example. First 8 innings, unstoppable. Next 12, not so much. The next 4 look like they're coming out of it. And then against the bullpen, which was the key to winning the World Series for the Blue Jays, 11 innings and 0 runs. Credit the Los Angeles Dodgers bullpen, but they're going to have to be the Blue Jays better.
Blue Jays have made a season out of bouncing back, doing things that it looks like they can't, but they're going to be without a key piece as they try to do so tonight. And for the details, here's Ken Rosenthal.
Joe, you said it. All season long, the Blue Jays have overcome obstacles. They led the majors in comeback victories. They rallied in the ALCS after losing the first 2 games at home and a crushing Game 5 in Seattle. But tonight, they face perhaps their greatest challenge. George Springer is out of the lineup after leaving last night's game with right side discomfort. Bo Bichette will be the DH. The Blue Jays say Springer is day-to-day, but they are losing a player who has hit 23 career homers in the postseason on a night they are facing Shohei Ohtani. The odds are against them, but this is a team that never seems phased. Now over to Tom Verducci.
Well, thanks, Ken. As the cool of midnight descended on Dodger Stadium, after 18 grueling innings, Shohei Ohtani left the celebration at home plate and ran to left field in the embrace of fellow countrymen Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Roki Sasaki. Ohtani had played through body cramps, getting on base 9 times, the most in World Series history in a game. Yamamoto volunteered to pitch in relief 2 days after throwing a complete game. Sasaki gave the Dodgers an inning and 2/3 of shutout baseball. Ohtani is the highest paid player in the game. Yamamoto, its highest paid pitcher. In that embrace, that did not matter. What mattered was the shared knowledge they knew they had given everything to the cause of victory. Joe.
And they have the Dodgers within 2 wins of a repeat championship. Duvlat and the Blue Jays have a response as they try to get this series back to Toronto. Now a message sponsored by Corona. La Playa is always just a lime away. We are all set for Game 4 after the epic Game 3. Dodgers with a 2-1 series lead as they try to make it back-to-back championships. The Dodgers take the field, and the Blue Jays get ready to bat without their heart and soul at the top of it. Instead, it'll be Nathan Lucas to lead things off for John Schneider, with George Springer out of the lineup as Kenny reported. Everybody just slides up. Guerrero hits second, and Bichette third. Addison Barger's all the way up into the cleanup spot, followed by Alejandro Kirk, who went deep in last night's game and is having a fantastic fall classic. Clement Jimenez and Kiner Falefa as the dominoes fall, finds himself back in the lineup at second base. 18-inning thriller, 6-5 the way of the Dodgers, and in the moments after that, in the Dodger clubhouse.
But we got a game later today, all right? Hey, we got a game later today.
And Shohei Ohtani's showing his teammates what he plans to do. One day after he hits 2 home runs and reaches base 9 times, which is 3 more than anybody ever had in a World Series game, Shohei Ohtani, for the first time, pitches in the Fall Classic.
Yeah, he has so many ways to get you out. His pitching record will speak for itself because he's got just a half a season under his belt. But there's the many ways he can get you out. He's one of the greatest athlete I've ever seen. And we'll see what his legs are like. His fastball's electric. Everything's electric. Can he have the stamina and the mental discipline to get through what he did last night and get through a game on the mound? We'll talk that through as the game goes on.
He's in his 2nd season with the Dodgers. His first as a 2-way guy. Finished off his recovery back from his 2nd Tommy John surgery midway through this season. So he started pitching in June. Normally a guy comes back from Tommy John, it's going to take him some time. But what did Ohtani do? He had a 2.87 ERA. He had the highest strikeout rate in baseball. And into the postseason as a pitcher for the first time. He beats the Phillies in Game 1 of the Division Series. He has a game for the ages in the clinching game of the CS with 10 strikeouts over 6 scoreless innings while he hits 3 home runs. And now he gets it going in the World Series. Popped up down the left field line. Kike Hernandez is over to the sidewall, makes the catch. Wow! finish off of last night's craziness. It's a highlight defensive play to start game 4.
Can hit just about everything else.
Ohtani gets him on 3 pitches. And by the way, thanks to Sydney Sweeney for our opening video piece today. Her new film, Christie, has found that power stroke in October. Pops it up. Right side of the diamond, last night's hero, Freddie Freeman, waits on it to come down and finishes off. Has scored his first inning for Shohei Ohtani, who'll go into the phone booth, get changed, and ready to lead off. Here he comes to the payoff, and Ohtani takes ball 4. I think he got him backwards. It ultimately winds up in a walk like it should have been, but he called ball 4, strike 2, and then he called strike 3, ball 4. How hard is this? I mean, Shohei Ohtani to Dalton Varsho with the first pitch of the second, and it's popped up on the left side of the diamond. It is Mookie Betts. 1 pitch, 1 out. And him and his dad started to share a journal where they jot down thoughts about his games and his practices, what was going well, what he needed to work on. He gets back to the bag for out number 2. And for years, they'd write back and forth on that. Always making sure to check in, are you still having fun? Well, that's how you get to where he is right here. Finishes high school as already a household name in Japan. First one to Jimenez is tapped back to him. And after 5 seasons doing his thing as a two-way guy in Japan, he comes to the big leagues. Ohtani's 1-2 to Connor Falefa. A fastball, punch to second. Tommy Edman for the first out of the 3rd. Back to the top of the order, Nathan Lucas comes up, and we go down to Tom Verducci. 10 different pitchers, and had an 11th warning for the 19th in Yamamoto. There's a fly ball to deep left center field, headed back there. It is gone. Vlad Jr. gives the Jays the lead. The franchise face putting the team on his back.
I'll tell you, this guy's amazing, and he's ready for everything. I mean, this is the first mistake that Ohtani has made, and he didn't get it back. And he can appreciate that because he does that to every other pitcher when he's at the plate. This breaking ball is up, barrel of the bat, out in front. And I said, if a spinner is in the zone, it's a recipe for a launched home run. All you got to do is backspin it as a hitter and get that barrel to the ball, and the ball just takes off.
7th of the postseason for Guerrero. On the ground to second, Tommy Edman. 2 out.
Toronto just has to do something to surprise the crowd.
Just 2 hits. But right from game 1 against the Yankees, when he crushed a home run in the first inning, he's been everything you could dream of from your franchise star. Barger to left, Hernandez there. A 2-run home run from Vlad Jr. has given the Blue Jays the lead in game 4. On a 2-2 from Bieber, he fouls it into the glove. Bieber made his best changeup of the night to strike him out.
Changeup acting like a screwball away from the outside part of the plate. And again, we talked about it all night last night. Nobody made those pitches against him in the first 4 at bat. And the adrenaline running off.
Breaking pitch gets him swinging, but it was over the plate.
Yeah, he has the stuff to get through this lineup. Don't get me wrong, but this is the part where you get the adrenaline is gone. The 4th inning on, you've got to really, each inning you pitch, the location spots have to be better because your stuff gets less.
Fouled into the glove, but that's back-to-back strikeouts where he didn't put it where he wanted it.
No, the fastball is just a little bit running on him. He's cutting a couple and missing a couple up, but he's darn good.
Another 2-2. Strikes out the side in the 4th. The Blue Jays, though, on a Vlad Jr. home run, have a 2-1 lead to the bottom of the 4th of game 4.
Full effort.
Strikes out Jimenez with a back foot slider. 4 consecutive Ks. 1 gone in this 5th inning, and with Ohtani pitching, star-studded attendance tonight. You don't even get the graphic for Sandy Koufax, who's in the background there. James Marston, Austin Butler, Tobey Maguire's taking this one in, and then Sydney Sweeney, who's seated next to Christy Martin, the namesake of her new film, Christy. Christy Martin was a In the air to left center field. Routine for Kike Hernandez. 2 up and 2 down in the 5th. We talk about him doing things that have never been done, and then the question pops up, well, what about Babe Ruth? Didn't Babe Ruth do both?
He's going to do something with it.
It is a fastball right over the middle. Smoke to center, but it pahes. We're halfway home in game 4.
I think Scherzer shakes like that.
No. A little more vigor. In the air to left field, Kike Hernandez drifting back to get the shot. Pitching, if they can steal one of those two, guarantee that it goes back to Toronto. Ohtani picks this one off and shovels to first. 2 out. Little bit of everything. Home with a 2-2. Strikes out Kirk. Shohei Ohtani in his first World Series game as a pitcher. Marvelous. But the man that's had the last laugh to this point is Vlad Jr. His Jays with a 2-1.